Today we are going to learn a very easy, simplified version of Goin Down to Cairo. I learned this tune from the playing of Paul Tyler and Steve Rosen at the Indiana Fiddle Frolic, and that's where we'll be learning it again this year coming up. And if you're watching this video, then you're probably going to be there with me. Yay! All right, so to get things started, we are going to go to our handy dandy YouTube and pull up this version that is looking like this, and it's Steve Rosen himself and Paul Tyler himself playing banjo and fiddle and singing. Let's take a listen to this and then we'll learn it. Repeat. B part. I hear these chords pretty easy. I'm still thinking about what the chords might be. A part again. Here's the verse. This is the A part. So when they're singing, they're just doing the part one time. And when they're playing it instrumentally, they're playing the part two times. When we do it, we will always just play it two times because that makes it a little less confusing for a jam situation. But I'm calling the Goin Down to Cairo, goodbye, goodbye. I'm calling that the A part because that's what they started with. Whatever part they start with in the tune is the A part. And then the da 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 da, that's the B part. I want to explain what I'm doing. So this is how I listen to a tune or a song without an instrument in my hand. I'm trying to hear where the chords change and trying to predict what I think the chord changes are. So when I'm like this means I think it's the one chord. I don't know what key they're even in right now. I just know, I mean I do, but we're not going to talk about it. I just know that it feels like home and it's the one chord. So one, going down to Cairo, goodbye, goodbye. Feels like a change there. All this ear training stuff, we could get into all this another time. I'm just showing you how you can start listening to a song too and how we can listen to this together. So when I go one, that's the one chord. When I go like this, that's the five chord. If I go like this, I think it's the four chord. Okay, let's keep listening. We're trying to get the melody in our head as well as map these chord changes. A lot of changes there. You can simplify it though, I think. Here's the A part again. Okay, I've got a sense of the chords, I've got a sense of the melody. This time I want to change my thinking. Instead of thinking about chords now, I'm going to think about the melody. And I'm going to think about if the note values of the melody are going up in pitch, going down in pitch, or staying about the same. And I don't even know how high or how low right now. I'm just gonna kind of map it like this. So let's keep listening, and I'm gonna draw in the air with my finger if I think the melody is going up, down, or staying about the same. Whoa. All right, you can see I didn't try to catch every single melody note. Even though I have heard this song a whole lot of times, my hand can't even just move fast enough listening and responding in real time. There's notes I'm not mapping, and I'm doing that naturally. And I want to show you too that we're going to do that with our instrument. When we pick up the fiddle here in a second, we're not going to try to hit every single note that we heard Paul playing here. We're just going to try to hit the main ones, the ones that fall on the beat. So the beat being the pulse of the music, like when we were hearing the chords change and I was flashing my hand like this, da 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 da. So we want to hit the melody, the only main ones. Ba 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 ba. Now it goes ba 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 ba. That feels a little, possibly it might be kind of hard. I could even simplify that. I could go da 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 da. We'll find out when we pick up our fiddle here in a second. Okay, I think we're ready to do that now. So let's go get our fiddle. We're going to start with our third finger on the third string. That's a G right here, G note. And the other note we need right off the bat is our index finger on the second string. And when we play those two together, it's a G chord on the fiddle. We're just finding some main notes we're gonna need. We're gonna need that, we're gonna need that, and we're gonna need this, moving our third ring finger to the second string. So it's just right next door. We're going to start with that note, okay? So here we go, starting there. That's gonna be going down. So a bow down and a bow up. Going down. I'm not gonna worry about the word two. That's a quick note. I'm just gonna worry about nice long main notes. So I wanna go, going down, Cairo. So down to K of Cairo is our index finger right here on that same string. And then we're gonna go right back to the third finger. So all together we've got, let's loop that a couple times. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, do it again. 1, 2, do it again. 1, 2, one more time. Okay, moving on to the next phrase. We've got goodbye, goodbye. So that's where I started out with this third finger on the third string. And we're going to keep our index finger right where it was at on that second string for goodbye. I'm just going down on the second string and back. I have to kind of change my bow position here, but I'm going to go back up on the third string. So let's practice goodbye, holding these two notes down at the same time, okay? If they play it together, if you hit them together, it's okay because it'll sound like a chord. 1, 2, down on the second string. We'll play it faster than that, but for now, let's try that again. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. And then our next bit is take those two fingers off, and it's the same exact bow movements. down, up. All together it'll sound like ba 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 ba. Slow it down a little bit. Ba 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 ba. Here we go. One, two. Here we go. One, two. Here we go. The third phrase, which conveniently is the same as the first phrase. So we've got, remember, our ring finger comes up to the second string, down, up on the same note, going down, first finger, hey, and then back up with your third finger, row, up with the bow, third finger on the string. Go. Okay, let's put it all together. First phrase, second phrase, third phrase, which is the same as the first. Starting with your ring finger right here on the second string. 2, here we go. Take your fingers off. Good, back to the third finger. Okay, awesome. Now we just need to do that goodbye, Liza Jane. I'm gonna simplify it, okay? We're just gonna go. It'll all work out in the wash. So we're gonna do first finger on the second string, 2 of those. Then open. 2 of those. Whoops, I grabbed another string. Fine. And then we're going to end going down on the third string with our third finger held down on that G note. So that part is. Let's do it again. 1, 2, here we go. If you're not real comfortable with your bow yet, I understand. But when you go to another string, you've got to adjust where your elbow is at in space. You've got to lift it up. At least that's how I think about it. Going to the next string, I'm going to lift my elbow and my wrist up like this so I can grab it easier. Goodbye, Liza Jane. And the reason I'm playing it like that instead of how they were singing it is because the other way would need more fingers. We would have to go. And if you can do that, more power to you. I'll play it one more time just in case you want to figure that out. But our simple version will be just fine. Let's put all of this A part together. Starting right up on the second string, third finger. 1, 2, here we go. And I'm pushing back up so I can start my next phrase with another down because the A part repeats. So we ended that last phrase on. Push your bow up. That's how we start over. Good job. Now we're ready for the B part, and in this song it is a verse. The verse is where the words change and it's different every time they sing it. The chorus is the part that's the same every time they sing it. So, and this one, the verses are like, black them boots and make 'em shine, or got an old hat, got no brim, and there's different words every time. So that's going to start a little bit lower than the A part did. It's still our third finger, but now we're on the third string, not second, like we were on the A part. So 2 of those. Now we'll do 2 open second strings. Now put your first finger down on that second string and do 2 of those. And then here's a new note we're going to need. Put your middle finger really close, like touching next to your index finger. That's our new note we need. And that's how I know that that is going to be a 4 chord, is because that note is a C. And in this key, C chord is the 4 chord. And it's the only chord out of the 1 and the 4 and the 5 that has a C note in it. So if you're thinking about ears, skills, and how you learn these things, I just threw that in there for you. So let's learn that whole first phrase again. 2 of each, and we'll do 2 C notes also, and that will keep things square. The second phrase is just like it was in the A part. Goodbye, goodbye. Remember, we need our G chord, which is these 2 fingers together. We do 1 string at a time. Down, up. Then you take those fingers away, do the same thing. Okay? Down, up, down, up. 1 more. 1, 2. Try it again. Great. Guess what? Third phrase, same as the first. Fourth phrase is still that goodbye, Liza Jane, or our simple way, goodbye, Liza Jane. Starting with your first finger. 2 of those, then take that finger off, do 2 more. And then put your ring finger down on that third string. And that's the end. To repeat that, push your bow back up so you can start over again. Let's play that whole B part together. All right, let's try that whole B part now with our going up the scale like this, 2 strokes per note. Then our goodbye, goodbye, going up the scale like this, and ba 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 ba. 1, 2, here we go. Push up to do it again. here. 2, 2, 2, 2. I did the harder one. Okay, now you've got Going Down to Cairo, and you've got a nice simple version that you can play. And while other people are playing a maybe fancier sounding with more notes version, your version is going to work just fine. Okay, that's the whole goal, is getting a skeleton of the tune so that you can play along and you're not going to hurt anyone's feelings. You're not going to offend anyone's ears. You're playing the basics of the tune. Okay, so it's the best. And as you keep listening to other people play, or as you watch people's fingers, then you'll pick up other stuff to do. You can change this. It's not set in stone, right? It's just the beginning. It's just to get you started. So I'll do one time through, playing it all through so you can have something to practice with. Ready? Let's do taters to start. That means I'm gonna go. Here it goes. I'm going to play it a little fancier this time, but you can keep doing your way. Okay, here we go. 1,